Think, 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 think. Cheers.
Hey, cheers. Welcome, everyone.
Good swallowing noises.
Start the podcast off with just drinking in your face. Welcome back to the Jenna Julien Podcast.
Yeah. High five.
We are back with another episode of talking about whatever we want, however we want. This episode of the Jenna and Julien Podcast is brought to you by
Boss Dogs. We love Boss Dogs.
Boss Dogs is an awesome little company out of Rochester.
Yeah, hometown. Represent.
That's right. They make awesome apparel, but it's not just apparel. It's specific to your dog. So if you want your dog to look like this...
Yeah, they made Peach, Marbles, Kermit, like we died laughing when they sent them to us.
You literally need to send them a picture of your dog, and they will create apparel of a graphic design of that picture. And they do a great job. We have shirts. They sent us hoodies,
so good.
These hats. BossDogsCo.com. That's BossDogsCO.com. You get 10% off at checkout if you enter the code Jenna Julien.
Yeah, we got our hats on. We got our mugs.
Yeah, we're all decked out.
Our Peach, Kermit, and Marble shirts are in the wash.
Yeah, they're all dirty, incidentally, because we wear them.
Because we wear them everywhere.
Of course...
My chair. It sounds like I'm just over here. Marble needs to be in here today because he's having a noisy day.
Yeah, we just decided we'd bring him in so he doesn't bark.
Marble, having a noisy day.
Anyway, thanks, Boss Dogs, for supporting the podcast.
Thank you, Boss Dogs. And you guys are awesome.
They are awesome.
And yay, Rochester!
That's true. Isn't that funny?
It's very funny.
Yeah. Today, we wanted to follow up on a podcast we had sort of started a while ago. We preemptively spoke about the Apple Watch before anyone had it, before it was out at all. And we talked about what we thought and what we thought it was going to be like, will we get it? And now we have them.
People have been requesting that we review them.
Yeah, and we've had them for 2 months now?
Yes.
And we've had a lot of requests to talk about what we think of the Apple Watch after having owned it for some time now. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do our thoughts and our opinions of the Apple Watch.
We wrote like an outline of what we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Because...
Yeah, so...
I spilled my water onto my phone and now it won't.
Good humaning. Yeah, we're going to do we're going to go over our first impressions that we had when we first got the watch, our favorite apps, apps that we wish that they had for the Apple Watch, our gripes with the Apple Watch, future generation, what we think the next generation of the Apple Watch and the next software update should include for the Apple Watch, and then overall, is it worth it?
Yeah.
Is that everything?
Yes.
Okay, so we have a couple notes written down, and we're each going to go over the categories and say our piece about what we think. Why don't you start with your first impression? So just to clarify, we both have the Apple Watch Sport. She's got the 38 millimeter. I've got the 42 millimeter. And we both have space gray, which is kind of like a steel black. It's a really cool color. Yeah. I'm happy with the color.
We did not get the silver.
We didn't get the silver. The silver is the stainless steel. That would have been $100 more, yeah.
Right. Was it $100 more?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't
it's
even
the Apple
know
Watch
that.
regular, yeah.
Really? Because I felt like the space gray was special. So it was like...
It looks like it should be.
Whatever. Okay, so we got the space gray.
Yeah.
My first impression when I got it, first of all, if you haven't seen the vlog of me getting my watch when Julien waited, that was like...
Oh, yeah.
The icing on the cake. That was very sweet. So Julien got his, a month before me?
Like 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks before me.
3 weeks.
Like 3 weeks. Like 3 weeks before me. And he left his unopened in the box in his closet and waited for mine to come so that we could have them together.
Yeah, I didn't want to play with it before she had hers.
It was really sweet. So my first impression was, oh, Julien's really sweet. But also that I loved it. I've had, a bunch of... Not that I would really call this like a sport watch. I don't think you'd go, that's not why you'd buy it. No. You know what I mean? But I've owned like a heart rate monitor watch before. And I've also owned like a Nike watch, and I owned the Nike Fuel Band.
Yep.
And this was different than all of those, and that it didn't fucking piss me off. Like, I loved that it was an appropriate size for my wrists, for like a woman or someone with a smaller wrist.
So you have the 38 and you like it?
I love it. I think that it's a great size for your wrist if you have a smaller wrist. And it was a lot sleeker and lighter than I thought it was going to be. Mm-hmm. And that also, I love the band. I got the sport band. It came with the black band, and I also bought the green band, the bright green band.
Both sport.
Yeah. I have no desire to get the other bands. I really like these bands a lot.
Awesome.
And, just that I fucking loved it. And the crown was easy to use. Everything was relatively easy to use.
Yeah.
More so than I had expected.
For sure.
And that I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost peed my pants. I loved it.
Yeah.
That was my first impression.
I mean, honestly, I would say my first impression is relatively similar to yours just because the shock factor of how nice it felt. Mm-hmm. When I played with it, when I wore it, when I played with the crown, the way, it switched from the watch to the messages, everything was very smooth. And I had never worn a watch like that. You had said that... it was like way better than any other sport watch you had worn.
Yeah.
I had the same notes because I was wearing the Nike watch.
Yeah, that huge Nike
watch. And
GPS
it was a workout watch. Yeah. And I liked it, but this blew that out of the water.
Right. Well, it's just like little stuff that you don't think about that you want a smaller watch for. Yeah. Like it doesn't stick out. Like when you put it on your shirt or your jacket or things like that, it doesn't get caught on this big bulky watch. You know what I mean?
Another thing that stuck out to me right away when I first put it on was I was amazed with how well it detects when you raise your wrist.
Right.
It has a sensor for that, so every time you raise your wrist, it knows that you're raising your wrist a little bit of time, and it's very good.
Unlike that stupid YouTube video that was like, oh, it's if you have tattoos, then it doesn't sense it, or like if you put it on your right hand, it doesn't sense it because I have tattoos. It's like, no, dude, we can see your wrist hitting the crown, so it's like holding it. It doesn't turn like you're a dumbass. No, it's really great.
It's one of the coolest things. I mean, I've never had a watch just turn on when I look at it. It's really cool.
Fucking awesome.
One of the bad things that was my first impression was because I first right away downloaded Twitter and Instagram for the Apple Watch, and I didn't like those apps. I felt like they were just for show. The Twitter and the Instagram, they do nothing.
Yeah,
you get to see later. 3 tweets. No, but this is my first impression because when I went into it, I guess that's not really first impression.
No, those are gripes.
Let's talk about it was one of the first things that I saw.
Okay.
To be fair, I was exploring apps, and one of the other things I had written down was the mess when it popped up for notifications. Blew me away. The little subtle tap it does, that haptic,
yeah,
and it's a message, and it just shows
the feel of it when it taps you is fucking amazing.
You can see videos about it, but when it actually happens on your wrist, it's a cool thing, and that was one of my cool first impressions.
I had my actual a negative first impression is when I put it on because the battery pack sticks out in the back. Remember I told you it hurt my wrist for a little bit. It took me a little bit to get used to.
Oh yeah,
because
it's a sensor.
A bony fucking wrist, and it sticks into your wrist more convex or whatever the fuck. It sticks into your wrist a little bit.
Yeah. It doesn't mold to your wrist.
No, it's not flat on the back.
Okay. All right, you want to move on to apps?
Yeah. We talking about the apps that we like or don't like?
Favorite apps.
Favorite apps. Ooh, okay. My absolute favorite app is the Hue lights. So we've put in a lot of the Philips Hue actual light bulbs where you then connect to Wi-Fi over your phone, and you can use it on your watch. And I use a app called OnSwitch, and you can turn on and off the lights from your watch, which is the best fucking thing in the whole world. You're upstairs, you're tired, you don't want to go downstairs, so I turn off the lights with my watch. By far and away, my favorite fucking app on the watch.
Yep.
I use that every single day.
I use it all the time too.
Yeah. Do you want to say any, or do you want me to just go?
You want to do app, or you want to just list yours?
I'll just list mine. Yeah. Good. The health features I really like.
Okay.
Because I was using different things before, so I like that I don't have to change my watch now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Although I still have my jewelry going out watch.
Yeah. Likewise.
I don't fucking wear that every day.
No, yeah, it's occasion.
It was so I love that watch so much, but I wear it. Sometimes I wear my Apple Watch and that watch. I wear double watches.
Yeah.
Because I'm dressed up, but why the fuck? I would be a girl that wears a nice watch every day.
Yeah.
No, you gotta fucking work out. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's not functional.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Oh, did I skip functionality as a category?
You did. I have it.
Functionality is another category. Sorry.
Pinging your phone.
Really
that
underrated.
You can ping your phone.
No one's talking about that.
Oh, it's so important. It changed my life.
No one's ever. I didn't know about it until I tried it.
I'm the person that never knows where their phone is.
So what she's talking about is you can go to your watch and you swipe up. and you hit this, and it
so
pings,
then you can find your phone.
Pings your phone. So, and it's good range. Like, you know,
it's fucking loud.
Maybe like 50 meters or something.
It's really loud.
It's pretty cool, man.
It's amazing.
Cool. Yeah.
Touch and like the touching each other. You know what I mean? How you can, and sending each other your heartbeat. I really like those.
Those are cool. Yep.
Because we use why stop cheating? Stop looking at my list. We have used it in the past because Brett also has an Apple Watch. We've used it in the past, like for somewhere,
and Mikey.
We decide that we were like at a party or like we might want to leave. we decided that we're
like
gonna do
code. Yeah,
our secret code is we do like a white like 3 taps on each other, which is like really fucking awesome. If you want to low key, like you're in a room with your friend that has an Apple Watch, you can tap each other.
Yeah.
You set up a code ahead of time.
Yeah.
It's fucking really
it is really cool. That is a cool feature.
We should make more
codes.
Nonverbal codes.
No, we need to, especially for when we're out in the world and not just at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that all? Or you
no, I have I also really I use it majority like during the day when I'm looking at it for Periscope notifications because I like watching people on Periscope. I have that on. I will forever leave it on, and I see it a lot like during the day when people are periscoping. But it's really great, you know, if you know, every once in a while you're like, oh my god, I really want to fucking watch that person Periscope, and by the time I see it on my phone, the notification, I don't see it.
Yeah, but with your watch, you're never missing
it. You see it right away, and if I want to see someone's Periscope, I see it immediately. Text notifications, same thing. I really like being able to just quickly look at the message and then I can respond to it in a minute. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Uber. When your Uber is arriving and it tells you on your watch, which for me was a game changer because I'm the same way. I'm rushing out the door to go out to a bar or whatever, and I'm still putting on my lipstick. I'm still, you know, brushing my hair or some shit. And my phone is nowhere to be found, and then my watch tells me your Uber's arriving. So I'm like, fuck. Slide Puzzle and Sudoku are probably the only 2 games that I like.
I don't have any games.
And I really like that you can answer and make phone calls from your watch because it makes you feel like James Bond.
Absolutely James Bond. All right, that's pretty good.
What are yours?
It's a good list. All right, so I also have Uber. I love that it just taps your wrist. You're like, oh, my car's outside.
Yeah,
that's also James Bond. Postmates, which is similar. We've recently discovered Postmates. It's basically a delivery service for food. And
hungry.
What I discovered was you can do the entire thing. You order from your phone, right? You're not going to look through menus on your watch. You order from your phone. Once you're done on your phone, you can finish it on your watch.
Yeah, your whole thing.
You can see when they're arriving, and you can rate and tip them from your watch, which is awesome. And it's very clean. It's easy to use. Postmates. Messages. Every day I'm blown away by how easy it is to check a message and respond to a message, a text message. Like, I'm texting my brother out of nowhere, like I'm cleaning the house or I'm doing something with my hands. He texts me back. I glance at it. 2 seconds later, I know exactly what he said. By the time I get to my phone, I have my whole response, ready to go. Right. Or I just say it into the speak text, which I also have another side of the sword, that double-edged sword. Later on, I'll talk about it. But messages, absolutely love it. I use it all the time. By far, the most utilized function of the Apple Watch is checking and responding to messages on my
watch. Mine's
not. Phone, I love the phone as well. If I don't know where my physical phone is, maybe it's in my pocket or something, and someone's calling me, and I'm just like, oh, hello.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. So phone is cool. Clock. I love the clock.
Yeah, just the watch itself.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's great.
The watch face. It tells you your battery life, the time, the date, how warm it is out, what time the sunset is, whatever the fuck you want, you can put on that watch face.
So I love it, but I also have problems with it, which we'll talk about. Workout app. So same thing. Love it, but hate it. There's a couple really cool features in the workout app. Yeah. It tracks you really well when you're in the middle of a workout. It gets your calories really well, your heart rate at any moment you want to check, distance, time elapsed, max heart rate, average heart rate. It's really, really cool. There's a lot of room to improve, but it's 10 steps above where I was before.
Right.
With any sort of sport watch. So, and then lastly is Passbook. I have a Starbucks app on my phone.
Yeah, you
and
do.
I love
you
paying for it with my watch
all.
because you get points or whatever. But in my Apple Pay, you double tap the side, you go like this.
Oh, Julian loves that.
Double tap the side, and then your card comes up. And then if you're at a place that accepts Apple Pay, you just touch it with your wrist, and then you're good to go. So I would say those right now are all my favorite apps.
You were in a couple of places people had never seen people.
Even the person at the register,
the person at the register had never seen someone pay with their watch, and I was very excited.
Yeah, I've had some weird looks when I'm like, They're like asking for my card, and I'm just like.
It'd be really funny if you just tried to do that with like a separate watch.
Oh,
a
yeah, like
different
not an Apple Watch?
No, is it not working?
Or just like a bracelet.
Yeah. Is it not? Are you not getting my money? Or I guess I'll just leave with my stuff.
That's really funny. All right, least favorite apps.
Well,
or
we have
what
apps.
order is it?
The next thing that you said was apps you wish existed.
Okay, that's right. Sorry. Apps you wish existed. All right. So, can I go real quick?
Go.
All right. So, like I said, the workout functionality is great, but it needs to be better. It needs to be better. For instance, there's very limiting, group of exercises that they have preset. So most of the time I click other for a workout because it's either like outdoor running, cycling, that's it. You know what I mean? And I don't really do that. And so I have to constantly find ways to adjust that to my workout.
Right.
Also, there's like kind of zero room built into the watch for weightlifting. It's almost all conditioning and cardio based, which is nice, and I get it. That's the average.
Well, it probably just gives you an
estimate
estimate based on your average heart rate.
I would just love some sort of like strength tracking or progress tracking or anything like that. Maybe if it's just one feature, I would love it. I think there's a lot of room to improve for that. Another app I wish they had was of a diet tracking app. I think there's a way to do it really easily on the watch. That's very easy. You tap what your meals are, common meals, and you can see your calories right there, because that's even easier than checking your phone for calories. If you're counting your macros and stuff, I feel like that would be a great app if it's done right. Another app I wish they had is a typing. Well, it's not really an app, but it's more a mechanism to type messages.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying.
I want you to be able to write a letter like J, M, like draw the letter and then have that. I mean, something like that. There's got to be a way to not have to just speak your response. Because if you're in a crowded room, you can't text someone back from your watch.
I wish that, like, even just if you were to speak your response to someone, that it would, like the way the iPhone will, should be like, oh, would you like me to put that into text for you? And then it puts it into text so that the person is getting a text message instead of your voice.
It does do that.
No, it doesn't.
It does do that.
Every time I do that, it just sends that little weird voice thing.
It does do that.
Okay.
Here, I'll do it to you right now.
Go ahead.
Wait, where's your...
I'll talk about some other things.
Wait, where's your messages? Did we text each other today? Here we go. All right. You ready? Here we go.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. Fuck you, Dale. All right, so it says fuck you, Dale. Can you see that? I don't know, maybe not.
No, it looks like a voice thing.
Look. Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck it. Deleted it. Damn it.
There you go.
No, it's because I put my wrist down. Damn it, this is bad. Fuck you, Dale.
Okay, now you're sending it to me?
Look.
What?
You could send as audio. What?
That says, what is the...
Send as text.
That says, what is the fuck you, Dale?
Can you like, get to the... You're missing the point here. You click this, babe. Uh-huh. And it sends as a text.
Oh, it doesn't look like it's sending, though.
There you go.
Mine has never worked. Mine has never done that.
You've never done the feature properly.
Well,
that's why.
Yeah, I guess so. I thought that you could literally only send things as a voice message, which really pissed me off.
All right.
What is that?
You were speaking while I was recording my text, so don't give that shit.
True. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just had to quickly turn off your notifications just for apps, because if you swipe up on your thing, it gives you the ping, it gives you the airplane mode, it gives you do not disturb, and it gives you silent. I wish there was a way that you could still get your text messages and all that, but if for some reason you were going out and you didn't want to get all your fucking Periscope and Twitter notifications and all that, you could just quickly turn off your notifications at one swipe.
Text.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like one swipe, you'd be done with all the zzz.
Okay, that makes sense.
I wish that there was also, I had the same thing, a more accurate health thing, because the only time that I've really like surpassed my exercise goal, like well over, we were driving in the car from Vegas to Los Angeles, and I was like, what the actual fuck?
Furiously eating cheeseburgers.
Yeah. I was like, I don't even know what the fuck is happening. I wish that there was a game where you could use the hard touch the whole time. You know how you hold it, you push down, and it like clicks, and it feels amazing. I'm obsessed with that feeling, and I wish there was a game where I could only just force touch the entire time.
That's funny.
Because I love it. more fun games in general, and I
Yeah.
wish that there was an app that would just let you browse through GIFs, because GIFs turn up really funny on your watch.
Yeah, GIFs are funny in your watch. I've seen some GIFs on my watch. It's good.
I wish that there was like a Reddit.
There might be like an imager.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just wish.
Yeah, like a Reddit client for just GIFs or something. Yeah,
just for GIFs.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I wish existed. Tell me about your gripes. What don't you like?
Really quickly, a word from Boss Dogs.
Boss Dogs.
Boss Dogs. Thank you for sponsoring the podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Boss Dogs. They are a company that create cool, awesome apparel for your dog. Actually, it's for you, but with your dog on it. So they make shirts, they make hats, cups, any sort of stuff you'd want, and you send them your picture of your pet, your dog,
and they look awesome.
They do a great job of turning it into an awesome design. They have a great graphic design team, I'm sure, because they put out some great
because they live in Rochester.
Illustrations, yeah, and they can put it on cups, shirts, and the quality is great.
Yes,
like we have these shirts that we wear all the time,
and
Boss
sweatshirts,
Dogs, tank tops, hats. I mean, even if you want a dope hat, like, come on, guys, camo. You know how I feel about camo, right?
But there's also nothing more awesome than, like, walking your dog or being with your dog while your dog is on your shirt.
But not just like, hey, I went on fucking Teespring, or no, not Teespring. That's where what is the Cafe Press? Where you're like, I copied and pasted this from my desktop, and now it's like a square image of your dog. No, it looks cool. It looks like it should be a designer piece of clothing.
Right.
Like, that's the cool part.
It looks very awesome.
It looks very cool. All you do is send
it's your dog.
It's your dog.
Do they do it for other animals or just dogs?
I think it's just dogs.
Just dogs.
You'd have to check out with Boss Dogs. So you check out a Boss Dogs.
I'm sure you could be like, would you do this for my mini giraffe? And they'd be like, looks like Kermit. Yeah, we can do that.
It's just if you call it a dog. You're like, hey, this is my dog, and you send a picture of a giraffe. BossDogsCO.com. Use Jenna Julien at checkout for 10% off. They are awesome. Check them out. My gripes. Okay. There's no custom watch face. Yeah, there's like five options for a watch face.
Very annoyed about
Why are there 5 options and one of them is Mickey Mouse? Who made that call at Apple? Who was like, hey, I have an idea. The coolest thing about this watch is how you're going to look at it and it's going to be a fucking digital watch on your wrist, and you can't do a damn thing to customize it. Also, we're going to give them 5 choices, and one of them is Mickey tapping his foot, because everyone loves that on their watch.
Oh, Julian's going to lose it right now.
I mean, if there was a way to jailbreak my watch, I probably would, just because of that one thing.
It's pretty obnoxious.
This is the one I use, which is just the digits, 21, 24. That's all it says. I wish I could have that in big numbers, but also have a small date, also have a small battery life right there. Like,
that's why I use the one that's kind of mixed. It has like
that's
the
what
date
I use
and the
too.
time and the battery and the... I like having all that because I don't need to see anything.
I do too, but I like the numbers big.
Right.
So when I had the Nike watch, they were big numbers and I loved it.
Right.
So that's my number one gripe.
That you should be able to make a custom watch
or
face.
Maybe developers can make custom watch faces. You can download them or some. Just not make only Apple watch faces. That's
right. Yeah, you have the cycles of the moon. You have some space galaxy.
Mickey Mouse tapping his foot.
Mickey Mouse.
I deleted it. You can delete watch faces. I deleted it. Yeah, I deleted it. I can't even find them.
You're that mad?
Yeah, I hated it.
Oh my God.
My other gripe is ever since I've started wearing the Apple Watch, I charge my phone twice a day.
Yeah.
And that is consistent. Never a day where I don't have to charge my phone before I go to sleep.
True.
It sucks, but that's the way it is.
Yeah.
The phone is constantly feeding the watch information via Bluetooth, and it drains the battery of the phone. And the watch will last a day and a half. That's fine. But the phone dies 3/4 of the way through every day for me. So
I feel like my watch and my phone by the end of the day, because I'm bad at charging things. They're both just like super fucking dead.
That's why though.
Are you hot, honey?
You're pretty horrible at charging things.
Down?
Yeah, it's hot in here.
I think he's hot. Why don't you go on the ground, but be a good boy and be quiet, okay? Boss Dogs, Marble.
Boss Dogs. It's hot, right? You hot?
Yes.
Shit. So it kills your iPhone battery.
And your watch battery.
My watch battery lasts a day and a half, sometimes 2 days.
Mine doesn't, because sometimes I like to do like little games and stuff on there.
I never play a single game on my watch.
Well, the first day that I had the watch, it was like...
Mine died in like 2 hours.
Everything was dead. Yeah. Everything was dead because you were sitting there playing with it. But like over the course of, time, you figure out how often you need to recharge it based on what you use it for.
Yeah. The band, the sport band's cool, but I honestly feel like the Apple band selection's a little weak. I've been wearing third-party bands with an adapter thing because I want to mix it up. And I feel like you either have to spend $150 on a leather band or a sport band, or you just kind of like, they're like, fuck you, you know? So I can't wait till more third-party bands come out. I can't wait till better adapter systems come out for different bands.
Yeah.
I also I'm not a huge fan of the home screen. The cluster of apps.
Yeah, the cluster.
I'm not a huge, it's...
I can't say that I'm the biggest fan of that either, because in theory, you know, how else are you going to organize a shit ton of apps other than in a way where you can kind of get to all of them? It's kind of a fucking mess.
It's a mess.
Somebody needs to think of something.
It works, but, you know, when you're thinking about when you need to get on your watch and check something really quick, like say your phone is tucked away in your backpack and you need to check this one text message and you're like, fuck, I'm in this giant cluster of apps. Where's my, you know what I mean? So it's not very conducive to like... fucking
cluster of apps.
So I think they'll change that, honestly.
Yeah. About the bands for me, I'm completely happy with my sport band. Like, I don't really want any of the Apple bands. It was never, like, a temptation for me to start looking for other bands. But if there was some really cool bands that existed, like, I wouldn't want something that looked more like a watch. I would want something, like, more playful.
Like exciting, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, the green, I have a bright green one, which I like. But if there was stuff that I don't even fucking know existed, like you got some of that water in there with glitter and fucking butterflies, I would buy that. You know what I mean?
I hear you. You like to keep the theme of like goofy and like fun.
If you made crazy shit, I would buy it. But I don't want your like shitty chain fucking leather. I don't want any
I'm not a huge fan of any of their designs either. I mean, the leather.
Yeah, because if I want to wear that, I will wear my actual watch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I like the reason I wear this one, the nylon one, is because it's like you can wear it for sport, but it also looks like sort of a nice watch, like sort of military.
Where did you find that?
I got this band on Amazon for like $10.
Yeah.
And I got these adapters on Amazon for the same like $20, and I used these adapters for multiple watch bands that I bought.
Yeah, I said the other thing I said about the band that I don't like, aside from the fact that I do like it, but the green one, the light colored ones, if you're a girl and you wear fake tan, it gets all fucking over it.
Or the white one.
It pisses me off. Yeah. You've seen the inside of my green band.
It's funny. I love when your wrist.
Yeah, Julian like makes fun of me relentlessly because I have a circle of like no fake tan and the bottom. Like your fake tan is super ratchet when you wear the Apple Watch because it just like takes it off. That makes me bad.
Yeah, I can't relate to that, but I'm sorry.
I don't like that.
Maybe they should improve it.
But like of all the jewelry that I wear, really, my Apple Watch is the thing that like.
Well, yeah, because it's gonna sound gross, but it kind of like keeps the sweat in there, like the sport material.
It makes me mad.
I know. I'm sorry.
Fucking ratchet ass watch.
At least your face still looks tan.
I said the battery wasn't great. It drains your phone. I said Twitter is unusable and Instagram is unusable.
They're a joke. I mean, Twitter, really? Who's going to want to load the top 4 tweets on a timeline? 4 tweets.
I follow what?
You can't see mentions. You can't see your own profile.
Yeah, I can't go to my home, feed. I can't do that.
Oh my god.
You can't even go to your @mentions.
There's no mentions. There's no explore. There's no hashtags. It's just you get to see 4 to 5 tweets that are on your timeline.
And even they were on the right track in theory when they were like, all right, what can we show you on the watch? We'll show you trending topics. But then when you go to the trending topics, you can't see pictures or other people's tweets. There's no links to articles.
Twitter is an absolute joke. They put Twitter on the watch so they could say there's Twitter on the watch.
Absolutely unusable.
Yeah.
I think I've opened it twice since I've had the watch. Same with Instagram. Just to show someone else how unusable it is.
It's pretty frustrating.
It's terrible.
Yep.
Those are my gripes.
All right. So functionality now? Is that what we have next?
I mean, I just said that it was. It works.
Yeah. I think we kind of covered that.
I like the charger.
I think we kind of covered the functionality. Yeah,
and that I'm obsessed with the hard touch. I want there to be a game where I can do nothing but
they're bringing Force Touch to the next iPhone, right?
Well, I'm going to need that because I just want to hard touch things.
You're really cute.
It feels so good.
I love that. It's a cool sensation.
It feels like you're pushing through it.
It does. It feels, you push and then it breaks.
You know the feeling that you get when you have your little handheld hole puncher and you're punching holes in things as a kid? Mm-hmm. Or you have the plastic ones that pop?
Yeah.
It feels like you're punching a hole in a piece of paper but with your finger. You're going tick, tick.
Yeah. Oh, I hear what you're saying.
And it's the most satisfying feeling.
Your finger through, yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
Because it doesn't give it first and then it gives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
It's the best.
Well, we should get the iPhone 6S then.
6S? No.
Cheap. The 6S is having Force Touch, babe.
Oh, no, I'll wait till the next one.
I might just get the 6S.
Ew.
If it comes with better battery life, I'm buying it. I have no choice. I'm gonna have to take a mortgage on everything because of the amount of chargers I buy.
Mortgage?
I'm just kidding, but like
I was like, what mortgage?
the amount of chargers we've bought for our phones.
Yeah.
And I don't know, somehow they're not here.
Yeah, they do. They have a tendency to disappear.
Anytime they're gonna say one of the biggest reasons I bought the 6 Plus because of better battery life. I can't handle the charging your phone. It's like I feel like I'm on a landline.
I don't know how your phone dies so fast. Maybe it's because I don't use my phone as much as you do.
Whoa, your phone is either dead or on the charger all day, every day.
Well, I mean, I feel like I use it a lot, and it's just that low battery. But it doesn't. Maybe I'm not aware of how low it is all the time because
you just live on the edge. So when it's like under 10%, you're like you don't even care. Yeah.
I just wait till it's dead, and then I'm like, oh, it's dead.
I'm not 100%. I mean, we're not talking about the iPhone. I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not. But yeah. I hate that. Did I say in gripes? Have we gone over all the gripes yet? Because I missed one.
No, keep going.
Okay. The next generation of the watch needs to be completely independent of the iPhone.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
It's pretty frustrating because it's a useless thing when you don't have your phone. And that's not right. Like if someone wants to just buy an Apple Watch and they want to use their Galaxy on the other hand, like let them do that. Stop making it attached to the watch or to the phone.
Right.
It's frustrating because it could be a cool accessory for anyone, but but it's not because it has to have an iPhone with it.
I agree. 100%.
It needs to be independent. Yeah.
It is really annoying though too. It because I've gone on walks and stuff. You walk the dogs. I don't bring my phone with me, and then all of a sudden it gives you that little red flashy thing that you don't have your phone. And I'm like, well, what the fuck, man? What the actual fuck?
Yeah.
Can't use anything.
I know, it's really frustrating. It needs to like, I don't know, something needs to be fixed.
Agreed. Yeah, those are fucking unusable. I think for the next generation, for software, and I had for, whatever, I want there to be a camera on the watch.
Really?
Yes. I want it to have, like, even if it has a shitty lens or it's, like, super fucking fisheye or whatever, I really want there to be a fucking camera on the watch because I think it would be really fun. If you could FaceTime from your watch or if you could take pictures from your watch, even just for Snapchat. And I also said that you need to be able to actually use social media on the watch or else this is just going to fucking...
It's going to fade away.
Well, people can't justify buying another watch without being able to use social media.
What would happen if they're like, okay, we'll build the dope ass camera on this. We'll make FaceTime a function.
It doesn't need to be
Snapchat.
dope. I just want it to be fun.
We'll make a dope ass camera. Mm-hmm. FaceTime is now a function. Snapchat is now a function.
On your watch.
Yeah. You FaceTime for 10 minutes. You Snapchat 3 times. Your phone, your watch is at 50%. Period. There's no way around that. I mean, unless they come up with some insane small compact battery that is going to blow everyone away, which they might because they're Apple. But it seems like the more physical shit that they put on the watch, the more it's just going to kill the battery, which is already a problem.
You know what I feel like should be an option is that they sell those Mophie packs for your watch.
Well, they do.
I know that they do.
Party, yeah.
I know that they do. But Apple needs to work a way around being able to gain battery power while it's on you. Do you know what I mean? Whether that means that you're able to, I don't know, do something, plug it in somehow or charge it somehow while you're still using it the way that you can a phone. Yeah. Because to me, that sucks. If I'm just around the house or around a charger, I can't charge my watch without taking it off and leaving it. Do you know what I mean? I wish there was a way for you to charge it while you're using it, like you would your phone. It's a flaw, in my opinion.
Well, I think the biggest reason, and I know they've thought of that, I think the biggest reason is it gets hot. And that's like a safety concern. Yeah, the watch gets... anything gets hot when you charge it. But have you felt your watch like while it's charging? No. Because it gets pretty warm. And if it's on your wrist while it's charging, it could be like sort of a safety problem.
Maybe they should just write a thing on there. It says, don't charge on your wrist if you're a sensitive dumbass.
There we go. Apple, take notes because that is what you need to do.
Don't put it on your wrist.
You have her business if you do that.
Say, don't put it on your wrist if you're going to complain to us about being hot. It's hot, all right? You either put it on your wrist and be hot or don't. Fuck off. That's legal jargon.
Yeah. No, that's proper. We can get a lawyer to say that. Why would we need a lawyer, though?
But, like, really, though, it makes me upset. Because I like it. I like the watch. I get upset when I have to take it off to charge it. Because then you don't have it.
Yeah.
You know? Yep. But if you're using your phone and you want to sit down and charge it while you use it, you can.
Yep.
It pisses me off.
That brings me to another point, completely unrelated, but these new phones that sit on a pod to charge, how do you use them while they're charging? Do you just have to, like...
I don't know.
What is that?
I don't know.
Did nobody think of that?
I don't know.
You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Those little fucking circles that you put your phone on now that charge. They're like, oh, it's the future. How do you use it while it's charging? Do you have to just like tap on it like you don't know how to type on a keyboard?
Yeah, for people that go to work and you plug your phone in when you get to your job at your desk, like how are you going to use your phone?
I haven't researched it, so I might be sounding like an ass right now, but please tell me there's like a cord that you can also, I mean, really, like...
Yeah, maybe charge it.
Really?
Old school.
Yeah. So, overall,
would
you recommend someone buy the Apple Watch?
I think that if you're a fan of Apple and that you have other Apple products and that you've always wanted a piece of wearable technology, that you would enjoy the Apple Watch. I think that if you are someone that's looking for, you know, something that you're going to use a lot for all of its features, I don't use all of the features. I would say wait. You know, or get some people like the Samsung ones and stuff.
There's a lot
of
cool smartwatches out there.
A lot of people like
the Pebbles are great.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wouldn't recommend this for someone that was looking for the best smartwatch or whatever, or wearable technology. This is not for you.
Fair enough.
I think that this is for hardcore fans of Apple that, you know, are the same as I am or you are, that like, you know, if Apple came out with a fucking microphone, I would buy it. If they came out with a fucking chair, I would buy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sheep.
I'm a sheeple, and I'm proud of it, and I give no fucks.
Yeah, we're sheep for Apple, for sure.
But it works seamlessly with all of my other technologies.
I mean, it's hard to beat that.
I don't want to be going back and forth.
Yeah, absolutely.
It pisses me off.
I said something similar.
What'd you say?
If you're a person who wants the latest tech, wearable tech, and you don't want to leave Apple, yes, get the Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Because it's going to give you that experience. It's going to give you a wearable.
Right.
It's going to give you a smartwatch, which is a cool fucking thing that I've never had.
I really like
having a smartwatch.
Yeah.
It's a fun device. It has many uses, some of which I'm still blown away by every day. Like I said, I'm still kind of in awe that this exists and it's on my wrist. You know, there are obviously things that need work. Mm-hmm. So if you're expecting a perfect product, don't expect a perfect product.
There's definitely frustrating things about it.
And it's not perfect. But, you know, I think in a sense, everyone who lined up and bought this, since it came out, understood that it's not a perfect thing.
Right.
They're like, this is the Apple Watch. This is Apple's version of a market that's been huge for like 2 years, 3 years, and now they're coming out. We have to see what it is.
Right.
And that's why we got it. So if you're into that, and if you think, you know, that experience is worth it, which we deemed worth it, then get an Apple Watch.
Right. And I also think it's important to note that I would not recommend getting anything above the Sport.
Unless you're in love with the shiny stainless steel, no, it's not worth it. I mean, it's $100 more for that.
I honestly don't even think that they needed to exist. I think that was just a way for them to make money back.
A lot of people are
getting rich-ass people.
Here's the thing.
You're telling me that the edition needed to exist?
No, I'm not. I disagree with that. I'm not talking about the edition. I'm talking about the Apple Watch. We have the Apple Watch Sport.
Yes.
I think, honestly, there's probably a giant group of people, similar to the amount of people who wanted a sporty watch, that wanted a watch that they could wear to their business meetings. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So they wanted the crown. You know, they wanted it to be shiny and then get a leather band. So they're like, oh, this is my new watch. If they come in with like a sport band, even if they can switch out a leather band on the sport watch, it's somehow not the same. That's Apple's job of marketing. That's $100 to $200 more for the regular.
Right.
And they're selling them. So
no, I know they are. I just think, like, if you're just going to, you know, fuck it, man, let's make a watch. Let's make a clusterfuck of apps in the beginning, Mickey Mouse on the front. Fuck it.
Mickey Mouse.
Just throw out the Sport first. Then for the second generation, make them watches. You know what I mean? But make them what they are now, which is like a functional, cute, nice watch. Don't try and pass it off in the watch market. And don't even try and pass it off in the wearable technology market.
Or in the luxury market.
You're not holding a candle to any of them.
Yeah.
Just do one thing, do it okay, and make the people that love Apple happy.
You forget that. They like to make us happy, but they also like to make them happy. So.
And they also like to make money, which is the only reason why you would ever make a gold fucking watch like this. I just can't, I imagine as a collector's item, it would
imagine
be
how
worth
pissed you'd be if you had a gold watch right now. Like, you spent 17 or however much fucking $1,000, and you're like, wow, this fucking thing has a lot of problems with it, and I got a gold one.
Oh, it's dead again.
My phone died because of my $12,000 item.
Those people don't give a shit, though.
Oh, no, they don't. They don't.
But yeah, I think that if you're a fan of Apple, and because I've talked to Justine about it, and she sort of has the same feelings that it's a really exciting watch, but it's a watch.
It's a watch.
It does a little bit more than your average watch, but it's still a watch, and there's still room for improvement. But I've been happy with it. I wear it every single day.
We love the watches. We wear it all the time.
Yeah. And I think if you have $300 or whatever that you are a fan of Apple products, you would love it.
Yeah.
It's very fucking awesome, especially if you have friends that have it and then you can tap each other.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that.
It's really fun. You can draw dicks and stuff. If you guys have any questions that we didn't cover, hit us in the comments about what you want to know, because we'll answer about the Apple Watch. We want to give you guys the best sort of review of it that we can, because I know you guys want it.
The only thing I can think of that we didn't cover at all is the fact that it is water resistant.
I've never taken a shower with it, but supposedly you can.
It feels wrong.
I was in the Apple store.
To take a shower with it.
I was in the Apple store, and some Genius Bar employee was asked if it's water resistant, and she said, she was like, we tell you guys that you can take a shower with it, but I wouldn't do that.
Right.
I was like,
shit.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't know why you'd ever take a shower with it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's for when you get pushed in a pool.
Right.
Like, come on. I'm all naked, but this watch can handle it, so I'm going to just jump in.
Just treat it like any other piece of technology. Yeah. But also, I'd like to note that in terms of it being a watch, because I've had, lots of plastic watches and shitty watches in my life. This has not dented or scratched or...
Not even the screen.
There's no damage whatsoever.
And I've hit it on shit.
I knock it around all the time. It has held up
It's a good point.
Shockingly well. I didn't think it was going to.
It's an Apple product.
I thought it was going to look like the back of the fucking iPod Touch or iPod, the first generation iPod.
Scratch the shit out of it.
Yeah, the back of everyone's iPod was just all scratched up.
You can't even see a reflection because it's so
terrible. That's what I thought that the outside of the watch and even the screen would potentially look like, and it doesn't at all.
Yep. Well, anyway, I enjoyed talking about it.
Yeah.
Kind of reminded me that we got cool devices.
It's pretty fucking cool.
This podcast is brought to you by Boss Dogs. Check out bossdogsco.com to get your own dog put on really cool merchandise.
Hell yeah.
And you can buy shirts, hats, cuffs, whatever you want. Or if you just want a cool camo Boss Dogs hat, go check them out. bossdogsco.com. Enter Jenna Julien at checkout for 10% off. Thank you, Boss Dogs, for your support. And thank you guys for watching the podcast this week. We'll see you again next week. We got a crazy week coming up. But we'll see you again next week for another podcast.
Yeah.
Where we talk about all the stuff.
Think.
Love you guys.
Love you. I like your hat.
Oh, thanks. I like your hat. Oh, does your shirt say one of these things is not like the otters?
Yeah, somebody sent this. My shirt is a picture of 5 otters, and one of them's a penguin. And it says one of these things is not like the otter.
Not like the otters.
Otter, that's what you are.